Images now from Uttar Pradesh. On your screen is an appalling state of affairs in the state as an on-duty policeman is seen dancing with a performer at a public event. The cop was reportedly in an inebriated state and is seen showering money on the dancer as well. The defiant cop also seen brandishing his service revolver in full public view. Let's go across to Pranshu Mishra, who's joining us on the phone line. Pranshu, in many ways, this is not surprising when one hears that a scene like this is coming from the state of Uttar Pradesh. What action, if at all, has been taken against this policeman? And take us through the details of this incident.
This incident has happened a few days back in Shahjahanpur district. In fact, it's a village some around 30 kilometers from Shahjahanpur district where this function was held, and in fact it was part of festivity. A local fair was being organized in that village where this particular cop was posted on duty, and the dance was the part of the entire program which was being conducted there. This cop who was on duty very soon, probably in a drunk state, lost his head, and then he climbed on the stage and started dancing with the dancer. He also brandished his licensed firearm and reportedly also showered currency notes amounting to several thousand rupees on the stage itself. So clearly the entire force was left embarrassed, and it was only later on, after half an hour, that this cop was brought down. He somehow realized that he is doing wrong, and he went away from that particular spot. So clearly the authorities were embarrassed, and that's the reason why this particular cop, he has been transferred out of that particular police station.
Now, Pranshu, we're clearly looking at this policeman showering currency notes on the performer on stage. We're also looking at him brandishing his licensed revolver. There are so many things going wrong, the things that we're looking at. What is the action that the police is going to take against this errant cop?
The authorities say that it is not any officer who is doing so. He was a low-level constable, but the fact remains that this is the sort of policing which goes on the ground, because it's the constables and sub-inspectors and the beat constables whom the common people in villages and the cities is facing on day-to-day basis. So clearly, this is the sort of behavior, or if these are the indulgence of the cops on the ground duty, one can really imagine how the force is functioning. So that's the reason why this particular scene may be involving a very low-level cop, but it really brings in the embarrassment to the entire force. Authorities say that the disciplinary action has been taken against this particular person, and he has already been transferred out from the...
Do stay with us, Pranshu. Joining us right now on the phone line is Rita Bahuguna Joshi of the Congress. Ma'am, we're looking at these pictures. It's a policeman on duty who's behaving completely drunk on stage. He's showering currency notes on the dancer. What comes to mind when you see these images coming from Uttar Pradesh?
Well, it brings the UP police into a very bad light, and already the UP police and UP administration is under a lot of fire regarding their behavior, public behavior, and the way they perform their duty. Now, it is absolutely shocking and it's shameful that a policeman in a drunken state is dancing and throwing money on the dancers. See, these things have happened earlier also. Drunken policemen in the streets misbehaving with people, beating up people. So I think the UP police is going down in its reputation, and the government should do something in lifting their reputation and their image amongst the people.
Ms. Joshi, in many ways, this incident is actually being termed a small one. Our reporter telling us that officers of the Uttar Pradesh police think that this was a very low-level policeman and it's not a huge incident. But that's the problem with the Uttar Pradesh police. They think no matter what rank you are, this is not the kind of behavior one expects from a public servant who is on duty.
No, but you see this incident in the series of incidents that have happened in UP, that in drunken position and even as power drunk, they misbehave with the citizens, they misbehave with women, they have exceeded their authority and the line of moral authority that they feel to function. And we have seen them misbehaving inside the thanas, outside the police station. This is not the first time. What loose statements have been made by senior police officials regarding women and otherwise also. So I think if you see it in a sequence, the UP police behavior and their actions certainly requires a lot of transformation, a lot of improvement. And if the government to cover it up, then I think they're doing a disservice to the police service and to the state administration.